Hello guys, good morning. So, how's the morning looking like? First of all, happy Mother's Day to everyone. I don't know how many of you here in the group are mothers. I am one. So, I would say a very, very happy Mother's Day to everyone. And let's start the class. So, before that, before we start, just a few things. In case of any technical errors, please reach out to the number which is given below, and the feedback link, sharing the feedback link with you all. Yeah, before we say bye to everyone, let's have the feedback link filled up. Great, so we begin. Second, is my voice audible to everyone? Screen is visible? Great, so today's session is your lesson 4, yeah, which is your week 4, and we would be covering Twitter marketing as well as Snapchat marketing, right? So prior to that, any questions in the previous class? Previous class was for LinkedIn and Instagram. Any questions to that? Yes, Pratima, go ahead, please. And a simple question, have you guys all submitted your tasks? Because I'm seeing that most of you are not. Yeah, Urika, I have seen your reason. You're traveling, I believe. That's okay. If you, as far as you guys are completing your task, that's good with me, as well with the teams also here. But I would request everyone, whether sooner or the later, please do submit your tasks. Yes, Pratima, please go ahead with your question so that we can begin with the class now. In LinkedIn, you want sales navigator for lead generation. Please explain sales insights. So sales. So I didn't touched upon the sales navigator tool in detail, because if you have to, yeah, I'll come to the price and everything. But if you have to get into the details of it, that would be covered in your LinkedIn detail module. But as far as the price is concerned, since sales navigator tool is primarily used by the B2B companies, and we all know that the B2B protocols or the proposals which have been sent across comes to somewhere around ranges into crores, right? So, but when we have to look at the pricing for Sales Navigator, the tool itself comes to around 50,000, approximately a 50K monthly subscription. So, if you have to look at an yearly, if you have to look at an yearly thing, it will come to somewhere around 6 lakhs, which I believe if an yearly subscription of 6 lakhs is good enough, actually you can no, if even if one contract is also signed, right, if one contract for B2B is also signed, so then you are able to make up the money which you've already spent, right? So that's why. And coming to the insights part of it, that if last time when I had shown you guys the screenshot of that, so Sales Navigator thing is something, as in, if you have taken a subscription of that and someone comes to your profile, I had taken an example of couple visiting Rohit's profile, and if someone comes to the profile and visits the profile, his name, his connections, his different mutual connections, everything is going to be seen. Even his contact details are visible. So, if you are using a Sales Navigator profile, you can actually reach out to your prospective client by using that leads. It's just that so easy. Yeah, with the snap of a no, just with the snap, you can quickly get into the details of it. Is it clear? So primarily, it is not a B2C tool, as in if you and me want to do any campaign, doing a in-mail marketing or anything, or doing a display banner campaign on display on sorry, on LinkedIn. So I would go ahead with that. But if you are representing any B2B company, and where you are looking at your TG who are there in LinkedIn, then it is fruitful and advisable to go ahead with the Sales Navigator tool. Correct? Okay. So guys, we'll quickly begin with Twitter marketing. Prathama, I hope I'm able to answer your question. The Sales Navigator Lite is free from Chrome. Yes, that is what I mentioned in the last class also. That this is not attached to a LinkedIn thing. You can actually, from Chrome, you can download this app. So that free version can be downloaded from Chrome. And but if you have to look at going and further detailing of it and stuff, you can actually look at buying the module 2. Great, great. Okay, no problems. So, what we would be covering in this session is an introduction to Twitter and what makes it different from other platforms, social platforms, Twitter marketing terminology, how to use Twitter for brand awareness, Twitter ads, Twitter analytics, the use of Twitter marketing tools, Crowdfire, Twitteriad, Hashtatify, Right Tag, Tweet Reach, and Tweet Archivist. Right. So we all know we all know that Twitter is for microblogging, right? So the only platform, social media platform, which is used for microblogging, which is Twitter, right? Twitter is for the real time updates and news. So as mentioned in the last class, in the first class, wherein I had clearly mentioned that if I have to compare Twitter with my other social media platforms, Twitter is the platform where your real time updates would happen. As in, if you think about, there are current affairs which are going on. There are talks about Mr. Modi. There are talks about Mr. Rahul Gandhi. There are talks about so people will just go all out discussing and talking about the politics or of celebrity. Right now, the latest news which was there on the Instagram channels as well as Twitter was Sonam Kapoor's wedding, right? So then it was Neha Dhupia. So all kind of news which are current will get come on the account on Twitter itself. Another thing is which is very crucial, wherein Twitter is something which is, you don't have to kind of, you can't archive your this thing. This is not going to stay on your timeline for long, as we have to look at the Facebook platform, because Twitter, the updates are very regular and they're very quick, right? So it's a real time update. So your timeline, if you have to do one post in Facebook, so you have to do 5 tweets in Twitter, right? So your in the tweets increase, right? For Twitter, we use the word tweet, as well as for Facebook we say post. If you have to send any direct message to on Twitter, then there is a direct messaging thing also, wherein you can reach out to your friend, which is not going to be visible publicly, right? Secondly, this platform is a public profile, public platform. So, like Twitter is for opinions and opinionated people. As I mentioned, that if there are current affairs, if there are celebrities, these things, that people come up with their thoughts, they come up with their opinions, and no, and they try to put it and showcase this with in front of others too. It is a public profile. Absolutely, Twitter is for a public person. So if you are kind of looking for sharing your thoughts with the entire world, Twitter is the platform for you. Yes, yes, Pratima, you're right. It is also the platform which is well used by the influencers, by the people who actually are celebrities, who actually create an aura around them, who wants that people should be following them. So it all kind of, and Twitter is the platform along with, I'll say, Insta, this thing that you can actually listen from using via tools. Listening is when you go for ORM or listening activity, wherein you can actually see what talks or what conversations are going on between the brands. So Twitter gives us the maximum character limit of 280. Earlier it was 140, which is now been increased to 280. So after 280 characters, you cannot enter any more characters, because then it will start showing you a red mark. Absolutely, it is a way to connect with your fans, and it's a brilliant way to connect with your fans, because you get a lot of followers here, right? You get a lot of followers here, and people try to be connected, and people try to connect with their own this thing. No, this is not including this. Yes, this is including spaces. Yes, public platform, including spaces, commas, whatever. It is a public platform. The Twitter feed is only partly algorithm, which is rhythmic, which is users can also opt out from algorithm feed. This means, as in, if you want, if you want that you want to see the data unfiltered, and you want to see the entire this thing, you want to see the entire feeds which are coming to you, it would be basically the feeds which are coming can be both ways, as in Twitter gives you that option that either you can do a filter check like we have for Facebook, that all the feeds are not shown, all the posts are not shown to us. It is the uh, Facebook follows some 1 lakh signals, which we have discussed, and what they do is they kind of kind of filter the best posts they feel as per their algorithms, and then those posts are shown to us. But likewise, Twitter has both the feasibility, right? Any questions so far? So there are some Twitter marketing terminologies. Let's look at the profile. So, what's a profile? Profile is a Twitter profile page, like what we have normally for all. Then the profile page is a normal profile page. Tweet is when you write a post. It is known as tweet. Follow is basically the kind of the followers the people whom you are following and the people who are following you. When you have to kind of gain that attention for anyone, or you trying to mention that person's name whom you are following in your tweet, so you use @handle as in the profile user ID, the profile ID, which is, for example, Mrs. Funny Bones. So we know who's Mrs. Funny Bones, right? Mention is when you are using someone's handle, which is @handle, and you're mentioning that person's name is mentioned, right? You mention the name in many of the profiles. Then you have hashtag. I will just take you through the page also, right? Hashtag is when you're using hashtag campaigns, yeah, and for any of your profile, for any of the campaigns or for the profile management, you're using hashtag. Direct message, as I mentioned, you can directly reach out to your fans, right? Like is when you are liking any posts which are there. Retweet is that if you kind of like if Akshay Kumar has posted something and I want to retweet it, I will kind of, there's an option which gives me a retweet. And then reply is wherein I am basically replying on the tweets. So I'll quickly show you also. So can you see this? The number of tweets what I've done so far is 220. Following is 168. I am following 168. 86 people are following me, right? And I want to show you. So now here there are 80 likes which have been gone. One list followers, how many followers following and tweets. Can you see this? These are hashtags which have been created. There are already pre-existing hashtags which can be mentioned when you are writing any post. I'll also show you. Okay, now see this post. I was like too pissed off. I was too pissed off with the SpectraNet post, right? The SpectraNet guys, the service and stuff, that I wrote a complaint on Twitter, and I kind of, to draw their attention, I used their handle. This is SpectraNet's handle, right? So this is how I use, which is I said @ on Spectra. So this is SpectraNet's handle. Sunny, that is what I mentioned, that this hashtag, the first thing what you're asking, it's a hashtag, right? So if I have to, so this is a hashtag. Hashtag is whenever you're posting anything, yeah, there are pre-existing hashtags which are available. Okay, let me just show you a live this thing. So let's talk about mothers are wonderful, gift from God. I love my mom and me, and also proud to be right. So now if you see, what I'm doing is, it is at, this is the hashtag. Can you see this? These are pre-created hashtags, right? People have been using it. So these are pre-created hashtags. Sunny, let's discuss one thing at a time. Right now you've asked, now you're coming, this disturbs the class. I will come to trends. If I don't take you through trends, then ask me, right? 1 second, just wait. So this is something which we, and now if I have to use anybody's handle, which is like say Mrs. Funny Bones. So this is Twinkle Khanna, right? So can you see this? Let's tag her. So this is something which is, that's the hashtag which is being created, and this is the handle which is a pre-existing handle of Twinkle Khanna. She's been added here, right? Does this make sense? And now if you also see, can you see this circle here? Now if I keep typing, so now this has reached its peak, okay? 0 says that this is my time limit is, sorry, my character limit is done, right? Now the moment I keep typing anything else, it is showing me a minus. Can you see this? That this, I have over exceeded my character limit, right? So this is how we've seen that Twitter will only take the limited character limits, whatever was there. Now, I think that bones का ऐसे ही हट गया. Okay, let's all do this activity. Uh, let's tweet something about mm, so let's tweet something about digital vidya. Everyone, please log on to your Twitter account. Do you guys have your Twitter account? Komal, so you can just create your Twitter account right away. Let's do this exercise. Let's create Please create your Twitter account. It doesn't take more time. Have you created Kumar? Okay, I'm waiting. No, no, no. I will tell you. Rika, wait. So what we will do is that we will create a tweet, right? Which should talk about anything what you like about digital vidya, right? And at the end of the tweet, you have to write, you have to hashtag digital vidya, you have to, you can loop in the handle for digital vidya, right? Just let's all of us write this, do this activity right away. Write anything what you like about digital vidya, any trainer, specific trainer, any the way we teach, what have you learned so far, right? Since this is your fourth session, so let's write anything. Like I am writing a tweet for Mother's Day, so anything which you feel like, write the tweet, create a hashtag. I have already given you a hashtag. Everyone is going to use hashtag digital vidya, and then you create there's a handle already which exists for digital vidya. You have to tag the hashtag digital vidya, handle digital vidya, and write, and then let's look at the magic, right? Quickly. Once you are done, please ping me here on the chat box that you are done, right? Let's get started, guys. Okay. Urika, it is there. You can use GIFs also, guys. Okay, are you guys done? Still doing it? Okay, now I can see everyone's post here. This is the magic activity which we did. Varun Pandit, I can see learning about social media marketing in depth, all the platforms, some more. Thanks to Vishwavidya. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, very nice, guys. Amrita, read about the social media challenges. Okay, this is somewhere else. Okay, so I'll just check the handle also. Superb, Urika. Learning digital marketing, digital vidya. Looks like a new chapter in beginning of the brilliant. Okay, here goes. Okay, that was my like Sayyid Hassi is a good platform on. Okay, so okay, so we have. I think many of you guys have not written. Why? Praveen, I can see yours. Paresh, I could see. Sunny, have you used a handle or have you used a hashtag? Both. Okay. So let me just. Should I also check hashtag? Wasn't this exercise fun? Great. Okay, here goes Komal's also. Digital marketing learning experience is wonderful. Brilliant. Great learning experience at Digital Vidya. Awesome. Superb, guys. Superb. So I think I have a wonderful class who loves participating in these small activities, which actually adds more fun in the class. Right. So we end with the first lesson for the session 4, and now we get into using Twitter to drive brand awareness. So now we have seen so far that tweeting, or I'll say hashtagging, or I'll say mentioning is fun, as in to attract that particular brand's attention, right? It's always good to add that value to brands. But more than that, beyond that, what brands do is they participate in many contests, right? What they do is that, sorry, they make others participate in the contest. What they do is that they kind of come up with a contest. Now, I'll do is I will just increase the size so that it is visible. Just read this thing, guys. Just read the contest and tell me what is it all about. Just read the contest. I'll just get a glass of water for myself. Okay. Tell me. Uh-uh. Okay. Brilliant. I think everybody answered in a good way. So, while I was working with Shell worldwide, we did handle such. So, I was instrumental in lots of flagship brands launches. When I was there, we launched Note 3, Note 4, then we launched the S5, S6, X6H series. So what we used to do was that we used to come out with some pre teaser campaigns also, right? So before the launch, since the news already used to get spread across in the industry that they are coming up with some kick-ass phone. So then the activity was that we used to send these contests, engaging your contests. Like if we give you another reason to look forward to Fridays. So these were some Friday contests which we came out with some because people are free over weekends, right? So this not only builds up the brand's visibility, and as you guys rightly mentioned, that this is the best way to promote your brand, build up the awareness, which is for your phone, and people will look forward to. And what, see here on your right hand side, if you see, there are options mentioned. So at least people are doing that search for their phones, right? So which is ending up creating a lot of brand mileage, a lot of UGC for their brand. People are typing for the particular phone. They are searching online. They are doing a product research. Like if I have to say Urika is very technology freak, right? So if she has to, she would definitely would like to go and visit certain sites and see that where is the what's the phone all about and how is the phone different from others. So that's the kind of an activity which we've done. And here the contest was that you need to pull out the 5 hidden features. Very brilliantly done, very simple contest and yet very engaging, right? And this was done on Twitter. Then Twitter contest again. Swiggy came up with some contest, which was that you need to see and figure out who's this hashtag lightning fast quiz, and wherein you were looking at this. So the name of the quiz was this lightning fast quiz, where you have to see the image and answer the give the answer, right? Now, Carnival Motion Pictures, what they came up with was that they again came up with a pre teaser for their movie from MGM Studios, which had Bruce Willis. So this was again very interesting, where you have to see that Dr. Paul has a serious business to attend with the man on the floor, help him see eye to eye. So now what you were supposed to do was that you need to, there were different frames which were shared, and this was a game which was a GIF game. There were different frames, and the moment the Dr. Paul sees an eyes to this man, you need to take a pic, click, and share it, and tag it till no you. This was a contest which was done, so you have to click a pic and share it on their tagging them on the handles. Then they were also coming up with this post of when is the movie release. So the dates will keep on moving. So since if you are a movie buffer, you will keep a track of on Friday which movie is coming, right? So the moment you see the right date which it matches, you stop to open. So that was the hashtag which was created. Is it better? Okay. Driving brand awareness and building a following. It's the main objective, or which was behind these brands who kind of came up with the concepts and came up with so many contests. Now there are different ways to drive brand awareness and build a relevant following, which is like tweet awesome valuable content, we should keep on, as I mentioned earlier, that you should keep on tweeting without any gaps. So if the consistently the consistency have to be maintained, right? You should keep on running contest and give giveaways, so that there is a no there is something which motivates the users also to come up and participate. Leverage trending topics. Okay, now the topics which are trending, now I will come to this. Let's go back to the home page. Sunny, coming back to your question, on your left hand side, when we log into our Twitter page, on your left hand side, you can see certain hashtag topics which are trending, right? So here I said United States trending. So this you can actually change. You can write India. So you will see in what is trending in India, what hashtags are trending in India. You will see here so many tweets, so many people talking about this thing. If you want to see other states, you can specifically reach out location wise also. That for Lucknow, what are the tweets you which are there right now and people are talking about? Celebrate Mother's Day with Samsung refrigerator. So Samsung is doing a promoted tweets, promoted trending, so that people can look at their ad, they can buy refrigerator for their mothers, right? You can also keep changing. Let's see Delhi. What are we trending about? And you can keep on changing this. So treat the trending which happens, it happens organically also, that people are talking about, and Twitter algorithms are picking it up. Or what you can do is that you can also promote your trend. So we will cover that in the later slides. So basically, what does trending means? Trending is anything which is, if any hashtag is created and people like you and me, they are using it, they are actually posting it on their posts, they are reusing, retweeting it all about, right? So the number of tweets it is getting, it keeps on, it's the talk of the town and it becomes top of the mind tweet for everyone. Yes, so Komal, it might be latest news. It can be a latest celebration, like today being Mother's Day. So you'll see most of the tweets which are going to be here are going to be mother related. So if I have to look at hashtag the un the unspoken lines. You should always include relevant hashtags. We should try not to use or fill up our posts just for the heck of posting and just using any yeah, Shweta, you can create hashtag. Like when I posted for Mother's Day, there were some pre existing hashtags also, and these are so you can also create that. The post which I did, there was a hashtag which I created, right? Which I want that people should start following. I'll show you. like this one, mom I love you. This the no, there was no hashtag which was with this. So this is something which I have created. So now if like you want to do a tweet and you are looking at mom's hashtag, and if you type mom I love you, so then the hashtag which will have mom I love you would have your hashtag also under that. So basically it groups different content pieces under that, right? You can create. And actually hashtags are helpful because at times they kind of help us pull out the brand under one categorized this thing, labeling. It's used for labeling, right? Yes, Paresh, it does provide us the analytics and stuff, and there are tools also which are available. So you can also see which hashtags are running, which hashtags are performing, wherein we can also keep a track of that, right? So follow relevant users. You should try to see, analyze the profiles, and then only add and start following those users. And because unnecessarily, if you keep on adding to your follower list, and that would might bring you a lot of a lot of unwanted followers also, who would just spam your account. You should run Twitter ads to grow your following. So now this is something which Twitter promotes, that if you want to increase your follower base, try to run follower ads, and only if you're leaving it organically, maybe it might not end up giving you the follower base what you're looking at. So you have an option of unfollowing also, and so like if I have, this is my page, and I click on followers. So I these are the people who are following me. I have an option of, I can actually stop following them. So like this is, I'm following, right? So I can tweet to Pandey. I can send a direct message, add and remove from list. So this is my list of friends. Somebody asked me list also. This is my list. Okay. I can remove from my list, mute, block, report, turn off retweets, turn off mobile. So I am free to do anything. This is something which says add from remove. So I can remove him from my list of friends. Right? Okay. So this is very, very easy. Digital marketing has made our lives very easy. Trust me, guys. You can follow, you can like, you want, if you feel that people are kind of, I get tons and tons of requests. So in fact, I have maintained on Facebook. I have two profiles. One is my personal profile, which has my family pics and wherever I'm going and stuff. The other one is a public profile, so that has more like of a influencer kind of a profile. Every morning, evening, night, no, I keep getting hi, hello, so friendship request. And if you feel you need to know, analyze their profile, see whether they're good to be added to your page or not, or else just remove them. So I have actually given the access for my public profile to my team, and then they kind of do the filtering or removing or monitoring, because then it actually does not add any value, right? Now this is this Crowdfire tool, I will quickly show you guys what is this all about. So basically, this is a Crowdfire app, okay, and it says get started. And since we have to use Twitter, so I'll say sign up with Twitter. So this is a tool which is basically, you can say, an app also, right? This is the one which helps us to add more and more followers, right? So some now if I have got connected here, this will give me an analysis how many people are I am following and they don't follow me back, right? Like Deepika Padukone, I have added her in my friend list, right? But obviously she has not, so I don't mind that. And there are these are some profiles uh, which I follow. I have kind of liked here, and if I go on recent followers, so these are for accounts, or these are followers who are following me. So can you see this? Sayyed, Orika, and Praveen, I just accepted your follow request and it is showing me already following, already following. Can you see this? So if I kind of accept Saran's request, Indrapal, and Anurag's also, so then 3 more followers added to my profile. You can also kind of list them. You can also no from a do a keyword search. Likewise, like you, what we can do is we can actually. So this was the research keyword search which I had done earlier. What I did was I had mentioned artificial intelligence, Facebook marketing, hashtag digital marketing, and social media marketing or digital marketing. So this is something is which I did, right? And what result I got was after I mentioned these keywords, Crowdfire sourced me some of these profiles. So digital marketing consultant, web developer, think code technologies. Now some this is a profile which has come here. Chatbot. I'll say hashtag chatbot, hashtag AI, hashtag influencer marketing, and I say worldwide again add. Yes, this is a free tool as of now, and what you can do is you can actually add followers, search that what kind of people you can get, right? Like hashtag, or right hashtag digital marketing, and then again you add, and you say done. And now what they will do is that basis my keywords, they will suggest me, this tool will suggest me the profiles. Now if I want, I could add them, like Sally Apes. I want to add her, I can start following her. New York startups, Saqib Khan founder, okay. Colin Bristow, okay. So so if I want, I can add them, okay. Okay, customer engagement, Jeff Chin. Now if you overpower your limit of adding people, this will, till a free, if you use the Crowdfire as a free tool, this will give you a limit. Okay, these many free ads you can do. Daily follower limit reached, and you have to upgrade. Upgrade means you have to buy a paid version of that, right? So then we can't accept so many requests which have come. So now again it shows me how many people I have accepted. So this is a fun tool too, wherein what you can do is that you can actually see which tool you want, which tool you don't know, which tool which sorry, which followers you want to add, which followers you want to uh, go get rid of. You can actually use these, right? So I what I want is that you guys use explore with this tool, and try to increase your follower base, but definitely you should have certain amount of followers, right? You can't start with this follower tool just for increasing your followers as of now, right? Now let's get into the Twitter trending. As I mentioned, that Twitter trends is something which comes onto our left hand side, and you will see a lot of hashtag campaigns, right? And that will drive with different topics. It's more relevant on the current affairs, and it's more relevant on current affairs. And secondly, it will keep on changing, as the word says, trending. It will keep on changing. So Praveen, this tool is very safe. It actually works real time. It doesn't have any data archived or stored. The moment you will connect it to any of your account, and once you log off, you will be completely logged out from your tool, from that particular account also. So this actually gives you three accounts access, which is an Insta, Twitter, and Facebook. You can use this tool. This is a free tool till a limit, and then you can upgrade it to increase your follower base. Yeah. So key factors that influence trending, which are volume of tweets. So what is the volume of tweets which you are sending right now? Frequency of tweets, as in volume is what's the number of tweets, and frequency is how many times you are tweeting. right? That's the frequency. Number of unique users which are tweeting. So there are times when your tweets are attractive enough and they attract a lot of new users. So that is something which is you are using reaching out to your unique set of users. Twitter influencers tweeting, which is you have a set of influencers, you're running any campaign, and they kind of tweeting it, which attracts a lot of attention in terms of lot of pull and stuff, right? So with this, we come to an end of lesson 2. Any questions, or we move to lesson 3? Ads. Any questions so far, guys? Good. So we get into Twitter ads. Now, as I showed you that on the Twitter trending side of things, there you will see promoted written. Can you see this? This is the latest tweet. This is the latest tweet, right? You can see this. It is promoted by Samsung India. So, so Samsung is running a promoted trend campaign. This is a promoted trend. So where you see promoted by, it is the promoted trend. So that means Samsung is running a promoted campaign, promoted trend campaign to be on top of all other tweets, right? Then you have a promoted account. At times, people do promote their specific account. Brands promote their accounts. So which says it is a promoted account. Komal, there can be two ways if you want to follow me. Firstly, if you likewise, like we went on to you have tweeted about digital vidya. I have liked that, so you can go onto my profile and you can send me a follow request, or you can simply search with my ID, which is my me Gauri Visti. That's my handle. You can search from my handle. Start following me. You get a, or you can send a request. Thirdly, if you have any mutual friend who is a friend of mine, right? So you can find my profile via your friend's profile and you can start following me. Three ways. Now I come to this promoted account. Let's see if we can get hold of some promoted account here. Hmm, do you see any promoted account here? Right, here. So you can see SaaS software. So they're talking about artificial intelligence is a hot buzzword and stuff. And this is a promoted account, right? So you can see this, that where you see this word promoted written, that means that the ad campaign is running for a particular audience. They are actually reaching out to their TG. Might be because I had artificial intelligence written as a keyword, so that's why I could see them in my search results. So that might be a reason why they are actually looking at a promoting of post and stuff. Great, guys. So let's come back. So, have we understood the two types of ad units for Twitter? One is the promoted trend and one is the promoted account. Is this clear? Then we move further. This is also for analytics for apps. So, this is again Twitter, right? Twitter promoted tweet. So, when you are actually writing, when you are actually promoting your business, you can also look at promoted tweet. So then we come to three kind of ads: promoted trend, promoted account, and promoted tweet. Okay, so let's come to Twitter ads. Here again, as we go, likewise for Facebook or for LinkedIn also, Twitter asks us the objective for our campaign, right? What is it that it will help us to achieve? Which will it will help us to achieve the app installs, increase my I want to increase my followers, then tweet engagements, promote my video views, website clicks on or conversions, app rear engagements or awareness. So then they will ask the objective. If you select any no kind of, so for example, if I choose awareness, you have to, then a campaign name is going to be awareness campaign. They will ask for your budget in terms of what debit and credit and stuff. Now here, Twitter is still shows us the budgets in US dollars, and that's the reason that Twitter and LinkedIn is considered to be more expensive than Google or Facebook. Since the bare minimum investment which you have to do is $100, right? You have to start. You cannot go beyond that. Below then $100, so you have to start your investment from there. You kind of what we can do is we can set our budgets here, right? And we can set up our start and end dates also, right? Prathama, we can reach this page from here. This is my home page. I clicked on my headshot and you can see this Twitter ads. The moment I click Twitter ads, it came to this page. Okay, so then my campaign is going to be set like this. Now I want to see my analytics. So this will give me my page analytics. Yes, my minimum daily budget is $100. So you have to spend this much. इससे नीचे आप नहीं जा सकते, इसके ऊपर ही आपको जाना होगा. You have to go up on this, right? That's why it is considered to be a little expensive. And people try to use For Twitter, they only use promote trend campaign, or they at times they use the promote tweet normally, because then after that it's very expensive. Now this is the backend or the analytics page for my account, right? If you can see, my tweets 30 point, and obviously the green which is showing upwards is the upward, the red which is showing an arrow facing downwards, it's a downward. So tweets have increased 17, which is 30.8 percentage. So for 12 days so far, they've given me my this is a 28 days summary, and which covers, for May it covers only for 12 days. Tweets definitely have gone up. Tweet impressions have gone down, right? My profile visits have gone down. It was 75, it has gone down by 11%. Mentions have increased 50%. So, like this guy who's Anish Kumar Tiwari, he's a blogger, and wherever he is putting his blogs, he kinds of mentions me on my profiles, on his write ups or blogs. Can you see this? So, my brand value, my currency is going up. So, then my followers have increased 7. This is the May summary for 12 days. So it is 4 tweets, 23 profile visits have happened so far, new followers 6 added, 319 impressions which was added to, and 3 mentions till now. April was brilliant, wherein it was 16 tweets, 84 this thing, 7 new followers, and tweet impressions were 2094, and there were 10 mentions. So you can see, and analysis of month by month, you can see where are you deteriorating, where your images, where your this thing impressions are going down, what needs to be done to help them pull your numbers. It is see, LinkedIn and Twitter analysis, even for Instagram also, is very simple. The only thing which is very vast is on Facebook. It covers each and every aspect: page preview, page views, unique status, from which platform they are coming. So everything is covered in detail in Facebook. This one is quite simple, right? Any questions on this? And okay, this profile visits is unique visits, guys. Okay, these are not the visits which is, suppose I and Paresh are friends, and Paresh keeps on visiting my profile. So that is not going to be calculated. But since Komal wants to be my friend, we are not friends right now, and she visits my profile. Her visit is going to be calculated in the profile visits. So yes, new users will be added and will be counted in the profile visits, because they are the people who are already your followers, already your existing followers will be under this heading, followers, right? Mentions, I have already told you, wherever my handle is going to be used, it's going to give me that stats from this profile. Tweet impressions is how many people have read my tweets, right? So that is tweet impressions. Tweets is basically how many tweets I am doing. It will have my retweets also. Yes. So like I mentioned, so and Kaushik as well as Eureka, do you both want to know how we use mention? I'll just show you. Even I can just show you my past posts also. Okay, so this is something which was. Let me pull out this tweet. So this is a tweet which I did from my Instagram, right? So what I tried to do was I said Happy Akshay Tritiya. So Akshay Kumar had these three ladies in their life. Ravina Tandon, one given point of time, he was going around. Shilpa Shetty, and then finally he married Mrs. Funny Bones, which is Twinkle Khanna. So this was quite uh, funny and little and funny. And in fact, so what I did was that I said Happy Akshay Tritiya, and I kind of mentioned Akshay Kumar as a handle, Twinkle Khanna, and at the Shilpa Shetty. So I mentioned their handles. So this particular post was shown to them on their handles also, right? Can you see this? So I did use both hashtag as well as their mention, their IDs. So if I do Twinkle Khanna, this is the mentioning. I'm mentioning her ID plus Mrs. Funny Bones also, right? Actually, that was a funny activity which I did, and which kind of gathered a lot of this thing also on Twitter and Insta and stuff. So here you could see, since my accounts are interlinked, so if I do anything on Insta or Facebook or stuff, this gets posted. So this is the idea of, can we control the uses of mentioning? See, it's the mentioning is the way like you getting tagged on any photo in any profile on Facebook. At times, what happens is that your friends, if you are friends with someone, and they will start tagging you on their photos also. So at times that nudges you, because now if you are tagged on a particular photo, right, on a particular pic, and if people are liking and commenting, you are also unnecessarily getting disturbed. So what you can do is, to control that, you have to simply click that pic and remove the tag from that, right? So you will actually be relieved from seeing any likes or comments, and you'll not be disturbed. In the similar way, if you don't want that your use should be mentioned, you just have to simply check, go on to that notification, because any which ways you would be getting a notification. Like, I keep getting notification that I've been tagged here, I've been tagged there. So here, there are the mentions. If anyone is liking, tagging, or kind of using your name, then also you've been kind of tagged. I'll just show you where I have been used. My name has been used in here, like Anish. So Anish again is saying that he's actually he's mentioned my name. I can simply go and kind of block Anish, or remove myself, mute this conversation. So I can actually ask him, reach out to him, that please stop mentioning me, because it's creates a lot of a problem or whatever. So I can reach out to them. I can actually ask him to unsubscribe me, right? So you can easily go and remove your mention or remove your tag. Yeah. You can do that. Yeah, if you're not following Akshay, then also you can add him. You can mention him. But the moment you will say at the rate Akshay, or at the rate Mrs. Funny Bones, you will see their profiles coming up and you can tag them. Yes, you can remove that. Okay, 1 second. Mm. Let's do it. Let me try this because for Facebook I have did removed people because they've been nudging me. Twitter not done much, but let me see if we could do. Where is that post? Yeah, I'm doing that. Mention tab will then it might be that I have to go to my, yeah, so if I have to go back to my analytics. It's not giving an option here. No, in my wall it's not coming now. Praveen, that's what, it's not coming in my wall. So here, that is what I said, that if you can only mute block him, or you might have to request him to remove. for Twitter. Setting I checked, Prathama. I checked. Setting is the first thing which I checked. Because normally what happens is I'll show you Facebook also. Facebook, that way it's easier. So if I have to look at Facebook, let me just see some of the posts where I have been tagged. See here, likewise. One second, let me just pull out a. I think it is. God, is today a bad day? I want to show you something, but I couldn't. What is wrong? Guys, I'll just off the screen once. So this is the profile. This is a public profile. I just wanted to give you an example. Here I keep getting mentioned everywhere. Like this one. So some Vijay Sharma, I don't know who has tagged me. He's tagged 97 people. Can you see my name also in between? Right? So what I can do is simply Facebook gives me an option of remove tag. You don't be tagged in this post anymore. It may appear in other places like newsfeed search. I also want to report this post, right? So I don't want to report. Okay, I might not be tagged. Such a simple way. So I have been removed from that thing, right? So for Facebook it is very easy. I think Twitter is something wherein you need to send in a request and then ask them not to mention you. That's the way I think that what Shweta was also mentioning. Yes, yes. So that is what that's what Pratima. That's what I am also saying, that I have not. You need to Twitter and LinkedIn also. Twitter, once you tweet, it's something that Twitter also at times when you tweet, you cannot remove a tweet. Likewise, on a Facebook or a LinkedIn, you can actually edit your tweet. So that's a, I'll say a minus point for Twitter also, because then it's it's quite not, and user experience wise it is not that easy and comfortable. Because suppose if as an afterthought you guys saw me tweeting, right? You guys saw me tweeting how I tweeted for Miss Funny Bones, and Bones meant that S was removed by mistake, right? It was a typo error. But I could not have, I just deleted the tweet and I couldn't have removed it or no kind of edited. So that likewise, if you are, if you want that someone is unnecessarily mentioning you, you can request them not to mention you rather than you getting it. But Facebook gives us the rights to go and remove it, right? Great, that I think that ways we did a good exercise and we figured out finally. Yeah, brilliant. So now we move ahead. We move ahead for on Twitter Analytics. Twitter Analytics demo I already gave you guys. So let's quickly come to the key factors. Yeah, let me just finish this. I think once the key factors are done, and then we can take a break before this. Thanks. Right, Prathama? So, key factors which govern the reach of a tweet is number of followers the account has, right? Number of RTs is retweets. So, RTS stands for retweets. So, number of retweets on a tweet, which is factor of great content or inclusion of visuals. Use of relevant hashtags, which is what we say, that if you're using a lot of hashtag, doesn't make sense that your post will be filled up with those hashtags. It's always good that you have relevant hashtags on your profile. And then the timing of your tweet. What and when are you timing? How are you giving a gap in between? Right? So this with this we come to an end of lesson 4. We'll get onto the tools for marketing after the break. Right? So let's take a break for, let's come back at 12 o'clock. Let's come back at 12 o'clock, guys. So, guys, are we back? So, great. So, welcome back. And what you can do is that apart from this, like we've done Facebook marketing, we have done LinkedIn, we have covered Twitter, and we've done Instagram, and we'll be doing Snapchat. Tomorrow we'll be doing, sorry, next week we'll be doing Pinterest, right? So what I want to tell you guys is that there are tools available in the market, in the industry, that can be used for doing a promotion across other tools. So what you can have is, you can have one profile created, and rather than having the analytics study for various tools at a different time, there are multiple tools available which have, initially they have a little bit of a free version, and then if you need a detailed analytics and analysis, then you can go for the paid version, right? So there are some 4 5 tools which are best used. One is Buffer, which is Buffer. Other one is Hootsuite. Then you have Sprout Social. Then you have Social Baker. You have Everyday, hashtag Everyday. And then you have tools like 4 5 tools which I've mentioned. Then you have Radiances, that is primarily for ad audience mapping and stuff. So these tools can be used for no scheduling your posts at time, and then what you can do is, you can actually do the analytics, figure out the analytics for all the tools or all the platforms shown under one dashboard, right? So that helps you to compare also, right? So we can actually use that using those tools also. Paresh, I hope that clarifies your query. Most welcome. Now now we'll be looking at certain tools which are exclusively for Twitter marketing, right? So just have a look at these tools. I am playing a video which will give you an analytic demo wise how we use these tools from the backend, and that would also help us in terms of. So let me just quickly take you these 2 3 slides, and then I'll just play the video. So Twitterial is known, you can actually know the best time what is suited for your tweet. So you can actually uh, give the tweet your that particular exposure of time, and that will define that what are how many times your followers are available, uh, your most of the followers are online between that time, those weekdays, or is it a weekend. So you can figure out the best time, and then we can post accordingly. Now this uh, tool which can tell what hashtags to be used and for your social marketing campaigns. So like I think someone had a question that if we could do an analytic on figure out which hashtags are working for us, which are not. So these are the tools. Then we have right tag. know which hashtags to use. Again, this gives you an analysis on particularly what hashtags are used. Tweet reach is which will give you an analytics on hashtag. So I would suggest that we go tool by tool. I'm just playing the video for you.
To lesson 5, which is on tools for Twitter marketing.
Is it audible, guys?
The first tool that we look at is called Period. This tool helps you find the best time to tweet. In the previous lesson, we looked at how it is important to tweet at the right times to ensure you get the most reach for your tweet. And this is exactly what this tool does. It tells you what time you should tweet for most exposure and what time your followers are online the most. Let's look at this tool and see how we can use it. So all you need to do is go to tweeted.com and click on sign up with Twitter. Once you click on sign up with Twitter, it will ask you to authorize Tweeted to use your Twitter account. Once you do that, it will bring you to a screen like this, where you can click on My Analysis. This will then tell you for your Twitter account what time you should tweet to get the most exposure. So it tells you on weekends, for my Twitter account, I should tweet between 9 p.m. and midnight. On Sundays, between 7 and 8 p.m., 9 and 10 p.m., and 11 p.m. to midnight. Likewise on Mondays and on weekdays. So I know that if I want the most exposure and I'm tweeting on a weekend, I would tweet in between this time. Likewise, I can also see what time of the day my followers are online the most across weekends, weekdays, Mondays, Sundays. So this tool gives you a good idea on what is the best time to post. You would then post at different times in these time slots and then see which times are actually getting you the best results. Right? So Tweeted is the tool you would use here. Next, we look at a couple of tools which help us figure out which are the best hashtags to use. Again, we've already covered in the previous lesson why using hashtags is important and why using the right hashtags is important to get your tweets in front of the relevant audience, increase the reach you would get on Twitter. So we look at two tools here that help you do this. One tool is called WriteTag and the other tool is called Hashtagify. So let's look at both these tools live. So let's look at WriteTag first. So all you need to do is go to writetag.com and search for a specific hashtag. So let's search for hashtag social media marketing now. And I'm going to say search. This tool will then give you a list of related popular hashtags that you can use, both on Twitter and Instagram. So it gives you a list that's specific for Instagram. So it says good only for Instagram. And these are hashtags that if you want to post something on social media marketing, you could choose these hashtags that would get you more reach with a relevant audience on Instagram. And then you have hashtags that you can use both on Instagram and Twitter here. So you can see the stats for Twitter. So this hashtag, for example, hashtag social media, you can see how many unique tweets are happening every hour with this hashtag, how many retweets are happening every hour, what is the hashtag exposure per hour, how many tweets had images, how many tweets had links, and how many tweets had mentions. So this will give you a good idea of which hashtags to choose. While choosing hashtags, one key thing that you should remember is to choose hashtags which are relevant and which have medium to above average popularity. For example, if you choose a very generic hashtag, let's say a hashtag that is just social media alone, not social media marketing, nothing to do with marketing, but just social media, the exposure is about 13 million per hour. But if you choose hashtag SMM for social media marketing, the exposure is about 9.7 million impressions per hour. So when you choose a hashtag with very, very large exposure, there's a good chance that your tweet might get lost in the crowd, right? If it's a hashtag that is very common, very generic, and anyone is using it for a whole bunch of things, then you might not get the reach you want because your tweet might get lost in the flood of tweets that are coming in with that hashtag. Likewise, if you use a hashtag that is medium to above average popular, the chance of your tweet getting seen is much higher. Also, people searching for SMM are most likely going to be marketers, whereas people searching for social media need not be marketers. Right? So when you pick your hashtag, always choose the right hashtags to pick and ensure that they have exposure that's, like I said, above average. You wouldn't choose something that is very low exposure. For example, if you have a hashtag which has virtually no exposure, there is no point using it, right? Because nobody's really going to search for that hashtag. This is unless, of course, you want to create a hashtag for yourself or a hashtag that's specific to your brand, then you could use it. But when you want more reach specifically, you should always choose hashtags that are good exposure, not something that is too generic. Right? So this tool will help you with that, with picking the right hashtags, giving you ideas on which are the possible hashtags you could choose to use. Right? So you can see here that hashtag social media marketing has about 632,000 impressions per hour. So again, it might be more relevant for you, more appropriate for you to use this as compared to, let's say, just hashtag social media, which has 13 million per hour, or just hashtag marketing, which also has 13 million per hour, right? So you could use these hashtags to get seen now and over time. So this is what this tool does, helps you with choosing the right hashtags. Likewise, you have another tool that is Hashtagify. You can just go to hashtagify.me. Works quite similarly to RightTag, but RightTag is a better tool. You could stick to RightTag, but if you want to use Hashtagify, you can try out this as well. So likewise, you can paste the same hashtag here, say search, and just like RightTag, this will also give you a popularity score. What is the recent popularity? What is the trend currently? In the month versus last month, is the trend up or down? This week versus last week, is the trend up or down? If you want a full analysis, you will have to pay. This is all you get in the free version. It will also give you related hashtags. So you can see hashtag social media, hashtag SMM, hashtag digital marketing, hashtag online promotion, hashtag SEO. So these are the most popular hashtags that I use in conjunction with the hashtag that we searched for, which is social media marketing. Right, so you can use a combination of these tools. Like I said, RightTag might be a better tool to use, but you can use Hashtagify as well to find hashtag ideas and also the best hashtags to use, which will end up getting you the most reach on the platform. So now we've looked at a couple of tools that will help you find the best hashtag to use. Let's look at a couple of analytics tools, especially for hashtags. So let's say that you're running a campaign on Twitter, or you run a contest on Twitter, and you have a unique hashtag for that campaign or for that contest. Let's say for that, in the same examples that we saw in the Twitter for brand awareness lesson, let's say that you are Swiggy, and there Swiggy had run a campaign called Lightning Fast Quiz with a hashtag Lightning Fast Quiz. So this is what we saw in that lesson. So let's say that you are the brand manager running this campaign. So you are the social media manager, and you want to see how this hashtag is performing. This hashtag Lightning Fast Quiz. How many people has it reached? How many people are using it in their tweets? So if you want this data, you will not get this from Twitter Analytics. And likewise, let's say that you are Samsung, and Samsung had launched this campaign that we discussed for the launch of the Galaxy A8 Plus, and they have this quiz that says Fridays with A8 Plus every Friday. So if they want to check this hashtag Fridays with A8 Plus and see how the hashtag is performing, we've already seen Twitter Analytics, and Twitter Analytics does not give you data or analytics for a specific hashtag. It only gives you analytics for your Twitter account, right? So if other people are using your hashtag, Twitter Analytics will not give it to you. So if you want to make a report to a client or to a senior management to show the effectiveness of the contest or the campaign, to see how many people the hashtag has reached, who all tweeted with it, what was the kind of engagement on it, then you would need tools for this. So this is where these hashtag analytics tools come in. So we look at two tools here. The first is Tweet Reach and the other is Tweet Archivist. Both these tools are free for a limited analysis, which is quite good in itself. And if you want a more detailed analysis, you might have to pay for it. Let me take you through these tools and show you how they work. So you can just go to tweetreach.com and it says free Twitter analytics report. You can enter a hashtag, username or keyword here and say run. So let's go to Twitter. So on Twitter, let's see what's trending now. So there's a whole bunch of things trending. There's a hashtag trending called Gimme5. I'm going to click on this. So this is a campaign being run by Xiaomi for the launch of their Redmi Note 5. So they are running this campaign right now. Let's say that I am the social media manager who is running this campaign and I want to see how this campaign hashtag is performing. So I'm just going to copy this hashtag and paste it here, say run. It will take some time to pull out the report. You will have to sign up for the tool with Twitter as well. While this pulls up the report, or it already has, so you can look at the snapshot for this hashtag. It will tell you what the estimated reach is. So you've reached 200,000 accounts. It's got about 430,000 impressions. It takes the activity for the last 100 tweets. If you want complete activity, you will have to click on get the full report and pay. Right? So this is an indicator of how the hashtag is performing. You can see how many contributors are there. So you can see the top contributors, which person has got you the most impressions. You can see what are the most retweeted tweets. You can also see all the tweets here under the tweet timeline. And you can also see a list of all the contributors. So you can see all the people who contributed. All their usernames are here. You can also see how many tweets they did, how many retweets their tweets got, and how many impressions did they contribute to the campaign. This person, whose name is Ramesh, has contributed 41,000 impressions to the campaign. Likewise, you can look at everyone's handle, see how many tweets and how many impressions they contributed. Right? So this is a good report, which you can again use while making your reports as well. You can take screenshots, use these numbers in your reports. You can combine this report with another free report that you get from another tool called Tweet Archivist. So you can go to tweetarchivist.com. I'm going to paste the same hashtag here and say try it now for free. So this tool will again pull up a report. It's a free tool as well for a limited report similar to Tweet Reach. Great, so here's the report. It's giving you the number of impressions again. And when you scroll below, you can see all the recent tweets that have been posted with this hashtag. You can see the top users who are tweeting with this hashtag. You can also see the top words that are being used. So Redmi, which words are being used the most along with your hashtag. So it says Redmi, Redmi Note, Feb, smartphone. You can see what are the top URLs being shared along with your hashtag. What is the source of the tweet? So you can see some say Twitter for Android, some coming from the web, right? Some from iPhone. So you can see where these tweets are coming from. You can also see which language these tweets are coming in. So mostly English, some Hindi, and then some other languages as well. You can see the tweet volume over time, which users have been mentioned the most. You can see which hashtags have been used along with your hashtag, which image has been used the most, and what are the or who are the influencers who have been tweeting with your hashtag. So you have all this data here. You can pick the relevant data and use this in your reports as well. So you can combine both the free tools together, get the data on how your hashtag has been performing, and use them to analyze how your campaign has done. Like I said, if you want to pay for a detailed report, you can use any of these tools, subscribe to them, and you will get more detailed reports. Great, guys. So with that, we've come to the end of this lesson on tools for Twitter marketing. We've looked at Tweeted, which helps you find the best time to tweet. We've looked at right tag and hashtagify, which helps you find the best hashtags to use to get the maximum reach for your tweets on Twitter. We've also seen Tweet Reach and Tweet Archivist to analyze how your campaign hashtags are performing on Twitter. With that, we also come to the end of this section on Twitter marketing.
So, I guess most of you had that question, which was, I think, Paresh and Praveen largely, wherein they were looking at if we are creating any hashtag, how do we keep a track of that? So that answers. And since this video was played while this entire session has been recorded, so you can actually refer to the recording, and you can, if you want to go through this video again, you can actually refer to the same thing, right? So if just to look at what we have covered so far, an introduction to Twitter, what makes it different from other social platforms, Twitter marketing terminology, and how to use Twitter for brand awareness, Twitter ads, Twitter analytics, and then the use of different marketing tools, how they are used, and what benefits we would derive from them, right? So with this, we come to an end to Twitter, and we get into the Snapchat marketing now. Any questions on Twitter, guys? So for that verify symbol, you need to have a certain limit of follower base, right? So you need to start, the interaction has to be there, the engagement ratio needs to be pulled up, right? And then you can have at look at that verify symbol. So that goes for all your accounts, maybe it's Insta, Twitter, or Facebook. Yes, it is automated. You need to write to all of these. So basically, there is a profound number which is there, and that also brings up the authenticity for that particular user's profile also. So which is the any platform like a Twitter or like any other platform also would say that they have been verified and confirmed by Twitter. So initially, what you have to do is you have to write to Twitter for asking for the verifying your account. Then they will come back. They will come back to you for with the what are the options available, or what is it that, because at times it is different also for brand pages as well as for the personal profile pages, right? But as rightly Paresh mentioned, that the same thing what I said, that it's a verified and an authenticity के point of view से it is very good that Twitter is saying that no, you not being you've been verified by a particular tool. Okay, so we move forward for Snapchat. So Snapchat marketing is, by the end of this lesson, we would be covering understanding Snapchat, Snapchat for beginners, basic Snapchat terminologies, and Snapchat for business, building a following, driving engagement, Snapchat geo filters, analytics, and measurement. So looking at how do we what's the basic terminology for Snapchat is a platform where all content is temporary, lasts up to 24 hours. And since we did cover the other platforms, and we did discuss that after Twitter, Snapchat is the sorry, after Instagram, Snapchat has the audience which is very 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 junior, I'll say, or where the profile wise you'll find a gap of from 18 to 25 years. So there is going to be a mix of college goers. There are people who are first time jobbers, generally no kind of from 16 also you would find certain profiles for Snapchat. So 200 million monthly active users and send 700 million photos or videos each day. So this is like active user base comes to 200 million monthly users, and amongst which 700 people are showing, creating videos and posting this thing. So it's that fast. Approximately 100 million daily active users are being built up on a daily basis, and more users than Twitter, and grew as much in 1 year as Twitter did in 4 years total. So you can see the kind of reach what Snapchat has and what kind of audience. So younger crowd loves it, and younger crowd kind of no this is primarily the kind of audience reach what we are talking about. uh, more more users than Twitter, right? And it has 71% of Snapchat users are under 34 years old. As I mentioned, that we the kind of audience what we are looking at, it's a very very young audience. Pratman, this is for India what we are talking about. Why is Snapchat so popular with millennials? Because millennials, when we talk about millennials, are the younger audience whom we are capturing, they're talking about. So, because it is temporary content and there is no pressure to look good. So, temporary content, as in it stays there for a while, because it is the entire content is only valid for 24 hours, right? And then there is no pressure to look good. This is the best part. So at times what happens is when you are actually clicking your selfies and you're trying to post it on your social media channels, trying to get capture as many likes and comments and stuff, here there is no tension at all. So you're posting it, that is you taking a video, you are actually clicking the pics and you're just posting it online. Don't have to worry about number of likes or hearts. So here the reach is calculated in terms of when you're posting Snapchat stories, when you are actually so there is no numbers kind of a thing, there is no hearts kind of an option. You have friends, and you have followers, right? And also Snapchat is something wherein it gives you number of, so if a milestone is achieved you get a certain badge created on Snapchat. So it actually has milestone deliverables and the number of fans and followers you are getting engaged with. So looking at the terminologies of for Snapchat, Snap is basically a video or a still image you capture with your device's camera within the app and then share with other users. So if you have the Snapchat app downloaded on your phone, so the moment you click a snap, so the device would use the app would use the device which is your mobile mobile camera, and you can actually capture a video or an image, still image, and then if you are able to, you can share it with your users, with your friends on Snapchat. Friend is another user you have mutually connected with. Both of you have added each other on Snapchat. So here the definition is different. Friend is wherein A and B both have agreed to be friends and they are mutually connected on Snapchat. Follower is something that if someone adds you but you do not add them back, but they are following you. They are your follower, right? And if you add them back, then that particular follower will become a friend. Story is something, a running full reel of many snaps, of any snaps you've added to in the last 24 hours. So now you can click pics, you can add them as a reel base with a series of snaps, and you have added them in the past 24 hours, as in you can actually show various frames of photos, you can show various frames of, you can actually shoot a video and you can put it on your story profile. So Snapchat was the one which came out with this concept of Snapchat stories. And then what happened was that, this is what I've told you earlier also, Facebook acquired Instagram, and then they launched Instagram with the Instagram stories. Later, the Instagram stories were also captured, right? The Instagram stories were then they came out with Facebook stories. WhatsApp again was has become a part of Facebook, and then WhatsApp also comes up with the option of story or circle. So now you can actually share your profiles on WhatsApp also, and on a story mode. Filters is additions that users can select to decorate their snaps. So like you have pictures, you have snaps on your photos, you can use various filters, and which actually beautify and decorate your pics. Lenses integrate with a user's face to create entertaining animations and overlays that enhances a user's snaps. So lenses again are they actually magnify your photo, your image, and then you can come out with entertaining animations and overlays. Geofilters are filters that are specific to a user's location or an event they are attending to. So it would be, as the name suggests, geo targeting. So geo would pick up the geo locations and the event locations also. Snapcode is the name of each Snapchat's user unique favicon. So you create your favorite icon, and that particular favorite icon will get a unique ID. So which is known as the Snapchat's users unique code. Guys, is it clear? The terminology is clear? Then we can switch, we can get on to the demo. Any questions on the terms which I just have taken you guys through? So I'm playing this video.
I show you how the platform works so you guys can download as well. In fact, if you want to download, do it side by side, you can do that too. Great guys, so here's the Snapchat app on my phone, and I'm just going to open it now. When you click and open the Snapchat app, the first thing that you would see is the home screen, which opens up the camera, and you can see yourself like you can see me here. I'm just going to swipe left now. So once I log in, the first thing that you see is this. And then when you swipe left, you'd see all your friends who you mutually follow on Snapchat. So these are people who follow me, and I follow them as well. I can choose to message any of them. So I can scroll, and if I want to message someone, I can message someone. If I want to see their stories, you can see here it says tap to watch their stories. So I can click here and watch their stories. Two of my friends have just posted stories for the last 24 hours. So I can click watch the stories here. I'm now going to go back to that camera that you have. So here on the top left corner, if you guys see that little image, it's called a Bitmoji. So I'm going to click on that little image in the top left corner there. And once I click on that, it will open a screen like this, where you see that code on top, that yellow color square with those dots there. That's what you call a snap code. So when you guys do this for the first time, you will see a white color Snapchat icon inside that. You can click on that icon and then you have an option. In your case, it would say create Bitmoji. And you can also share the snap code. If you don't want to create a Bitmoji, you don't have to. You can just click on share snap code. It'll ask you where you want to share it to, with who you want to share it, and people can then scan the snap code and follow you on Snapchat. You can also save the snap code to your camera roll on Snapchat and you can share it later as an image. Let's say you want to share it on the web, share it with someone on email, you can do that. The Bitmoji makes you customize the snap code to yourself. So you guys can click on create Bitmoji. I'm going to click on edit. When you click on create Bitmoji, for you guys, it will ask you to download the Bitmoji app. So once you download it, it will open up in the app like this. And you can edit the Bitmoji, you can change the outfit, you can change what you're wearing, you can edit it, so you can change a lot of things about yourself. So you can see my picture there, my actual picture, and I can compare and make it look as close as I can. So you can change your hairstyle, you can change your color, you can change your facial hair, your eye shape, your eyelashes, there are lots of things that you can change, your skin tone, and you can customize it to make it look as close to you as you can. And once you do that, you can click the button and it will show up on your snap code here. So now you have a customized Bitmoji added to your snap code, and you can share the snap code with people to follow you on Snapchat. Right? So the first one that you see is the Bitmoji. Below my name there, you can actually see my Snap username. So that r_tabjanani that you see below my name, that's my Snap username, the one that you see here. Then you have a number here. It says 81. A lot of people who are new to Snapchat think that this is the number of friends or followers they have. Well, it's not. Snapchat does not give you this number. This number is what you call your Snap score. It's an indicator of how active you are on Snapchat. So for people who are very active, you'll see this number running into thousands, some even like 30,000, right? It is, how does Snapchat calculate this score? So when I click on this 81 here, it shows me 11 and 56, right? I'm going to do it again. So it says 11 and 56. These are snaps I've sent and snaps I've received. So I get 1 point each for snaps I've sent, 1 point each for snaps I've received. So if you see here, 56 plus 11 adds up to 67, doesn't add up to 81. That's because Snapchat also gives you additional points for performing certain tasks on Snapchat, for being active, for following people, for using new features, right? So it gives you more and more points the more active you are. Here I have something called trophies. So when I click on trophies, there are so many trophies that you can unlock. Each trophy will unlock when you attain a certain level on Snapchat. So this is like making the platform like a game. So it's what you call gamifying the platform to make it more interesting. So a lot of these millennials, the kids would probably compare and say, hey, I've unlocked like 8 trophies. How many have you unlocked? Right? So it's kind of a game. It increases stickability on the platform. And it makes these guys want to come back to also play a game like this. So if you look at my case, the first one here. So it says, if you link your Bitmoji to Snapchat, you unlock this trophy. Right? Similarly, in this case, if you screenshotted 10 snaps, you unlock this. Right? If you send a video snap, you unlock this. Likewise, I've unlocked about 8 so far. And as I keep using the platform, I would unlock more. So that's your trophies. So next is add friends. So I can click on that. It will show me friends who I can add. So these are people who already added me. I can accept and add them as well. So if I accept here, it will add them too. I can choose from my contacts. I can even choose a snap code. So if somebody sent me a snap code, I can select an image from there, or I can scan a snap code as well. So that's how you add friends on Snapchat. You can also click here to add a story or create a new story. So you have the option here where it says My Story, create a new story. You can click on that and then create a story for yourself. Great, so now I'm going to close this and go back to the camera. So you've seen what a snap code is, how do you customize it, add a Bitmoji for yourself, what does this score mean, how do you add people on Snapchat. So I'm going to close this, go back to the camera, and now I'm going to take a picture. So hang on while I pose. So there you go. I've just taken a picture. I'm not too good at posing, so please put up with me for that. Okay, great. So now as I swipe right, so I'm going to swipe right, and as I swipe right, you can add what you call filters, which add effects to your picture. As I keep swiping, I will get these additional filters. So it says, by the way, today is a Saturday. So I have my own Bitmoji there and Saturday on it. This is what you call a geo filter. So I'm in Chennai right now and I can see this filter appearing. So if you do this in Mumbai or in Delhi, you would see a different filter. So these are filters that are specific to your current geographic location. These are exactly what geo filters are. I can then add additional effects, additional filters, right? So these are all additional filters that I have. I can add, let's say I'm having fun over the weekend and I'm actually having fun recording this session for you guys. So I can add weekend vibes, and I have more geo filters for Chennai. So you can keep scrolling right till you find filters that you can use. So I've just taken you through all those filters. On the right side here, because I have a white background, it might not be too clear, but when you guys use the app, on the right side here, you will see some icons. So there's a text icon, there's a pencil icon. So I'm going to click on these icons that you see here on the right side now. So let's say I'm going to click on text. So it'll give me a text bar here and I can type whatever I want. So I'm going to type saying happy to be taking this session on Snapchat marketing. Right? So, and then I'm going to add a smiley here. So I can change the color of the text if I want. So I can choose whatever color I want from here, but I'm just going to leave it at white for now. So that's done. I'm going to position this. I'm going to push it down here. Then I can choose a brush. If I want to write something, I can write something onto the screen, right? Then I can click on this icon below that, which I just clicked on now. Here I can add more animated emojis and other additions to my snap. So these are ones I've already used, right? So I can use any of these, or I can choose from a whole bunch of options that I have here. There are way too many that you can explore and choose from. I can even use the scissor icon. So I can take an existing picture. I can use the scissor icon on Snapchat, cut out a part of the picture and use that as a filter. And it's an excellent feature on Snapchat where you can do this. So you can get as creative as you can. Use a scissor to cut out certain specific areas of your image and then use it as your own custom filter. Then I can add a lot more of these. So these are made from my Bitmoji. And I can add more again. All these come from the Bitmoji app, which I've already linked to my Snapchat. So you can choose any of these that you want and you can add them to your snap that you just created. So I'm going to add this one for now because I'm really happy to be taking this session for you guys. So I'm going to add this here. And once I do this, I also have below that, if you see this icon below the scissors, so you have the scissors where you can cut a certain image and use it. I have an attachment icon here. Once I click on that, I can choose to attach a certain site. So I can add a link to my snap. Right? So it says you can search or type a URL. You can see it says previously attached. So I have Digital Vidya's site here. I have attached Digital Vidya's site previously. I can choose any site. So if I want to choose the same thing, I can just click on this. It will attach the same site for me. If I want to, let's say, send people to snapchat.com, I can say search. It'll open Snapchat snap.com for me. And once it does, I can just say attach to Snap. So it now gets attached to your Snap. So now if anyone swipes up on your Snap, they would then be taken to the website you attached. You can then add a time. So I'm going to click on this timer here. You can set a time for how long you want this Snap to be visible as part of your story. Do you want it to go away in 5 seconds, 4 seconds, right? Do you want it to stay for 10 seconds, or do you just not want to give a time? So you can just say no limit, and you can let it be around until people move further. It will continue to show on the screen when they're viewing your stories. So now I can click on send. Now that I've created my snap, I can click on send here. I can choose who I want to send to. Do I want to add it to a story, or do I want to send it specifically to certain friends of mine? So I can choose specific friends, or like I said, I can add it to my story. Right, so once I do that, it will go out and people can then view it. Now I'm going to come back here. So we've seen geo filters, we've seen filters. I've also shown you the snap code. There's one more thing that we discussed in our terms, which we've not seen yet, which was lenses. So let me show you what lenses are. I'm just going to go back to the camera again. I'm going to discard this snap. And now I'm back to the camera. So now on this camera here, when I just hold down on my face, I'm just going to hold down on my face here. And when I hold on, right, I now have all these lenses that automatically come. So these make it more fun, especially when you have a friend with you and you're doing it together. A lot of these millennials find this really funny. I don't, but it is a fad with a lot of millennials, right? You can add stuff like this, right? So I can look cooler now while taking this session. So you can see me wearing these cool glasses and taking this session. And then you can have fun stuff like this. It's just adding additional layers to your existing image, and that's exactly what you can see here. So this is what Snap Lenses does. It adds additional features to your existing image, and you can take a video of this as well. So I can even record a video of this and post it to Snapchat. Great guys, so that's lenses. The other feature on the app that you need to know is when you swipe right. So I'm going to swipe right now. And when I swipe right, you can see the Discover section. In the Discover section, you can see updates from brands, right? You can discover interesting stories. So this is what you see in the Discover section. So I have an update from NASA here. It's NASA's official story. So if I click on NASA, I can see all their stories. I just muted it for now so it doesn't disturb the session. But you can see stories that NASA has created. So I'm going to keep switching next. And you can see all that they are trying to engage their audience with specific stories that would be relevant to their audience here. Right, so that's their story. Right, likewise, MTV has a story as well. So I can see MTV's snapped something which is backstage at some event. So this is behind the scenes stories that they've updated. So all this is the Discover section. So you can engage with various brands and see what they are posting on Snapchat. Great guys, so with that we've gone through a live demo of the platform. Since most of you might not be.
So we've come to the end of the demo. 1 second, guys. Oh God, it's so confusing to. Mhm. Wasn't this interesting? The kind of filters we can use, the kind of lenses we can use and make ourselves more beautiful and decorate ourselves with huge eyelashes and the color of retina and stuff. Yeah. So I would request everyone. Frankly, if you ask me, I find Snapchat very funny as a tool, as a social media platform. So I have not given myself pain to download the app. I did that to understand when you need to experience the platform when you have to come and teach and talk about that. But same goes, and we all kind of use the demo what Rohit has done and kind of share it across. our classes. Yeah. So I would suggest everyone to please download the Snapchat app, add friends, and experiment with its features. This is the only platform which has come up with some phenomenal features, which decorates your images, which actually creates a lot of fun element to it, right? So now we'll quickly come to we quickly come to no, I had no, so I didn't created an account. I had one, and then now I have hidden my account. Yeah, Snapchat for business. So should use Snapchat. How do we plan to use it for business purpose? Because now the thing is this: if my TG is millenniums, that is, if my TG is the younger audience, then Snapchat is the best platform to be used to, right? So if millenniums are our core part of your TG, then you should definitely look at experimenting with Snapchat. So benefits here for Snapchat, benefits of marketing on Snapchat is which is less competition, because most of the brands will only come to Snapchat when they are trying to reach out to their TG, right? The kind of audience whom we are talking about, it's the junior most, it's the younger audience whom we are talking to, right? So with that, there is a less of competition available on this platform. Reach the younger, more affluent and millennial audience for whom Snapchat is a primary social network. And there the engagement again is very highly engaged, because this kind of an audience are very fickle minded. Now they kind of hang on to they don't hang on to things, and they are basically into a lot of no lot of change and lot of stuff. They love changes, so they will not kind of, since the story time, or when you kind of share a Snapchat story, it also hence there it's there available for 24 hours. So there's nothing which archives their thoughts. They think fresh. The content is themed on a daily basis, regular basis. So now how do we build up a following on that? Promote your account on other channels. So this is known as cross promotional activity, wherein what you're doing is that on your Facebook page, like what Nat Geo has done is on their Facebook page, what they've mentioned here is username for their Snapchat. So as I mentioned earlier, that the Snapchat username is a unique identity code which nobody would have. So you can actually start promoting your Snapchat code on any of your platforms, which is follow us on Snapchat with the username as Nat Geo Wild. So obviously the followers are who are there for them on Facebook page for Nat Geo will start following them on Snapchat also. Now mental flaws, when we talk about, which is they are again saying follow us on Snapchat. So on the Facebook or on their write-ups, they are actually created their profile and they have used their user ID. This is another way of doing it. On the Facebook page for Gucci, what they've done is they have used as a profile image of their Snapchat account, right? So this promotes their Snapchat account also in Facebook. So that's a beautiful way of doing co-promotions. Promote your account on other channels, wherein we are seeing Gary V. So Gary Vee is actually giving you step-by-step procedure to see the real entrepreneurial journey. Follow Gary Vee. So screenshot this, go to Snapchat, add a friend, add by Snap code, say hey on Snapchat, and then he is giving you how you can actually different ways of adding a friend, and then how you can actually create a profile on Snapchat. Driving engagement. So this was the earlier was how to build up your fan following, right? So we've learned that tactic. Now let's get on to a different objective, which is driving engagement. So driving engagement is as Insta, Snapchat also comes up with use multiple images to engage. So you can actually create a collage out of it, use beautiful images. the images have to be very very attractive with lots of neon colors or lots of color color themes should be very very attractive and appealing. So can you see this as a collage which says, "Did you hear the news? Grubhub is looking for an intern with this thing." So this is a job post primarily, but for that job post also, since their TG was younger audience or the millennium, what they've done is they've created this job post also in such a beautiful way, right? Want you um, look at applying for this particular job? Now here comes something for wherein we did a campaign, a pizza campaign was done to launch a particular product. So stick around, friends. You just might get 15% off. So now there comes the CTA, and this there is this image of the slices. You keep removing the slices, and you come to the final one which says use code slice, and for 15% off an order of $10 more expires. So this the complete PNC has been given here. So this is the way you engage with your user, right? After every image, so you can have revealing images come up. Now, if you plan to launch a product, like Taco Bell did this earlier was Domino's. So like you did for Taco Bell, Taco Bell is that you're excited about your Taco Bell. Thanks for counting down with us. Now breakfast is here. So now you can what announcing the arrival of their breakfast menus through multiple snaps. So they have taken different snaps, right? Put it together in an image form, and what they've done is now have created that as a post and posted on their Snapchat. Engage with quizzes. When did the first Taco Bell open? You're giving four options to the user, and then they are also giving some hints. The right answer is 1962. People respond, and then a lot of engagement also gets this thing. Run contest, which is you can have a lot of engagement because here the audience again is millennium, so they love participating and running, uh, getting giveaways for the contest and stuff, right? 10 random snaps by 12 a.m. will win. So now this is just something, a pre-teaser kind of a post which has been done. Now people are worried, people are actually curious to know what post are we talking about. So run contest, which is DIY sticker taco. So DIY is do it yourself videos, right? So what you have to do is you have to create filling for your own taco. You have to actually customize your own taco. So DIY sticker taco, so you are getting different stickers of different fillings. Create the taco of your dreams using these Snapchat stickers. Rules have been put here that there are screenshot of 4 slides of ingredients need to cut. So like Rohit mentioned, we can actually cut these images, right, and use them as a stickers and create our own tacos. Everything is there, letters and stuff. So here is an example. This is your Taco Bell. So you create and then you put in this thing. Another, after you customize your taco or nachos, chat it back for a chance to get featured on your account, on our account. So must sign button and make your creation get creative. Now this is something which has 10 10 random snaps by 12 a.m. So this is, can you count this? 4, 5. These are 9, and then you can have one more with a different distance. So 10 images can help you create your own taco with the customized options. Isn't this thing interesting? Wherein you are trying to attract your audience, you are trying to be engaged with them, right? Now we come to Snapchat geo filters. So Snapchat geo filters is basically the geo filters which have been created for community and on demand. So Snapchat are very very new in India, though these features have been created in your in US. but it's still being used in, it's not still not come in India as of now. So let's look at, let's see. So can you see that if we create our, these are my creative tools for community filters. Let's get into community filters. Community filters has two type of on-demand geo filters. One is your geo filters, one is your moment filters, right? So your geo filter can be wherein you can upload any filter, as in this is for specifically right now, select the type, choose location and then submit filter. So as of now, geo filter are not available for India, but it is widely used in America. I'll show you in the photos also. I'll show you in the deck how it works. And then I come on demand geo filters. Let me show you. So can you see this message? We are sorry, Snapchat filters are not yet available in your location. We'll be coming soon. So as of now, we in India, we don't have the flexibility of creating that. Let's look at moment filters. So it can be a special moment, anything, let's say good morning. So moment filters may appear in Snapchatters filter carousel when they are getting up in the morning. So then you can create this thing, rise and shine. Hmm? So you can create such moment filters, upload it, and so let us look at uploading it. So right now this is giving it an, it's not giving an option for upload. Here what happens is that this has to be local specific filters, as the geo name suggests that this is geo filtered keeping in mind your location, right? So as we go back to this one, here geo filters community and on demand, what they're doing is that on demand geo filters is something this, which as of now they mentioned that they're not here. They'll be coming back soon. So you can create an image wherever, for example, you're going for a beach, you're going for any, no, you're going for any sunburn fest or anything. You can create here there, that you can create, take a pic, snap, create a filter, and you can add your friends that visitors are, we are having fun, where are you? So you can actually create something like this, like Broad City Comedy Center, they created this one, Taco Bell did, Go Bucks. So you can create, which is right now not available in India, and same goes for your community posts also. Let me check, where is this, so there are posts which says that we can have No photo images. Mm, so this is geo filters is like neighborhood, public places, and meaningful, which is right now not available. Here, this is shopping, grabbing, going for a sports game and stuff, and you want to share it with your friends, right? And then we have, so then there are community filters also. These are certain filters which are there, which you can create for your marriage, for your weddings, yeah, any special occasion which you plan to do, and then you can create this filter and give your location address, right, which is right now you can't do. It's still not done. Community filters is, as I mentioned, any public location, any place which you can show. This is something which to Snapchat very few things have been added right now, so that we can actually build up our heart. This is what I was hunting, so that I can show you guys what is something which we are looking at. These are some filters which have been created worldwidely. If you can see all the, apart from India, all the filters, all the posts which have been done are by people internationally. It's been done. So those filter images, those geo filtered images which can be snapped and tracked, right? And you can actually create and post it on Snapchat. But right now that's not available for India, and they are still working on the same. So when coming to analytics and measurement, Snapchat metrics you can track is who's viewed a snap, as in a pic which you have posted on your Snapchat account. You can actually see who has viewed that particular snap, who responded to a snap or story. Obviously, when a person is coming and viewing your snap, you can also see who is responded to that particular snap. What's the response like? What's the how who how many people have responded to your story, who has engaged with you via chat. You can also see that in that particular chat, and as well as snap, who has got engaged with you, right? Who's screenshot shotted a snap. So now you can also look at that the screenshotted. You can actually screenshot your snaps also, right? So who has done that? So that is also something which is there. uh, So this is a tool which is for Snapchat, which is Snaplytics tool, and this is for your checking and tracing your Snapchat analytics, your Snapchat management metrics, and what's the grow rate, how many people are coming and responding to you and stuff. And as you can see, it starts with a 14-day trial period, and then you can have the paid version for this, right? So this is a tool which you can use for your Snapchat. And talking about the tool, it gives you a metrics in the form of number of stories, total and average number of story opens, how many story opens have happened, and total average number of story screenshots which has happened so far, average story completion rate, average open rate, estimated total followers, how many total followers have happened, and how many new followers you have added to your profile, ratio of pictures or to videos you are posting. So what is the ratio between pictures and videos which you are posting on your Snapchat platform? So this is the screenshot which talks about how about this tool. You can see it will come in a dashboard form, which will tell you total number of stories, total opens, total screenshots, average opens, average completion rate also, right? And then on a specific post also, this will give you the analysis. This will give you the number of snaps, what has happened, even the time, right? So, guys, with this, we come to an end to Snapchat marketing. And what I would want you guys to do is just go through it, download the Snapchat app, download the Snapchat app, and try using the Snapchat, right, which will give you an idea of about the social tool, how we can build up, what engagement we can have. Try using. There are REST features which are available. You can try the lenses. You can try the creative elements which are there, which are free right now in India. We can use it. REST, whenever it's added, we can experience and get engaged with that. So I think this is what we have covered for the week 4 session. And now I will quickly come to the assignment, and then we can come to the question answers. So, guys, week 4 assignment is for since we covered Twitter and Snapchat marketing. So, you have to learn how to use Twitter and Snapchat for marketing, and you have to go through this, understand what has been taught in the class. Please go through the recording again, learn how to measure success of your Twitter and Snapchat marketing efforts. So please go through Twitter marketing, what all marketing activities we can do, how to use it for your marketing ideas, and how you can measure the success, as in how you can list down on the analytics and the insights part for both of them. Clear? So this is the assignment for week 4. So those who have not finished the week 3 assignment, please club it together and submit both the assignments on time. Right, guys? Any questions? Why are you all quiet? Any questions so far? Great. So, is this clear? Is the assignment clear? Great. So now, before we say we will start with the question answers. In the meantime, if those who of you if you don't have any questions, request you to please fill up the feedback link, right, which I had shared at the beginning of the class. Please give your feedback and then log off. Do not log off without giving a feedback. Brilliant, Eureka, you are on fire today. Okay, Sayed, that's a task now. Can anyone please share the feedback link again? Or else I have to hunt for the link myself. Can anyone please do this favor for me? 1 second. Yes, we have to list down the measures. Measures as in how to measure success, the metric what we have covered. How can you actually cover the metrics? Yeah. Thanks, Eureka, for doing this. What do you mean by this? You've mentioned, ma'am, I have both accounts, so um I need to just share them. Share what? For assignments. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't get your question. Ma'am, I have both accounts, so I need to just share them. Both accounts for what? For Twitter and Snapchat. Urika, can you pick up the mic and tell me what your question is? I'm a little confused.
Hello, ma'am. Eureka here.
Yeah, hi, Urika. Tell me.
Yeah, ma'am, my question is that I have both accounts like Twitter accounts as well as on Snapchat as well. So, what is the week task? What I need to do exactly?
So if you have already created the account, your account is already there. You have to learn
Yeah.
how to use them for your marketing, for marketing, as in for marketing of your business model, if you have, and what are the best use, what you can use. Whatever we have done in the class, it's just that you have to add those bullet points there, that how well you can use both accounts, both platform for your marketing initiatives. Now you can say that my,
Oh,
for example, if you have a what we can say, maybe you, if you have a pooling parlor is wherein you have where you pool, where you have the billiard snooker table. So there the audience again is
yeah.
the TG. My TG is very very young, right? So you need to have a Snapchat and Twitter both as tools, as platforms. So you can use both. If you have a boutique, then you know that you only have to reach out to a set of different client. So depending on that, just tell us in the task what are the basic marketing activities, what you would do for both, what are the use for that, plus your measuring of, or how will you track the success, as in the analytics, the insights, what we have done.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I'll do the same. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that hi again. So that means we just need to speculate, what we have, what we should be doing, right? So we don't need to actually kind of do it. Marketing would again be a paid effort, right?
This is Pratima, right? This is this is Pratima, or
Yes, Pratima. Yeah.
I recognize your voice. Okay, right, Pratima. Yes, you are absolutely right. Okay, Shweta. So I'll just, guys, I'm just writing this. I don't know what is wrong with my chat. Why is it got hang? Anyways, you can just note down my email ID. It is Gauri dot Siris, SRIS, @gmail.com. So anyone who's written it, Siris, no, no, yes, Shweta, that's right. Cirrus is a short form, a word of a short form, which is Gauri.SRIS, Cirrus @gmail.com. Okay, perfect. So, guys, this is my email ID if you want to reach out to me, and anything so far, so many sections which we have covered. So, you can reach out to me and I'll revert. Okay, Paresh, can we have a 10 to 15 minute session on how to post paid advertising on Twitter, Snap, Insta, and social? I guess it is included in our course. Okay, thank you. Bye for now. Okay. So, Paresh, let me just come back to you on this, and if we could cover that initially, what else, a kind of gist, how do we create an ads? I have already covered that, but how do we create with the demo sessions and stuff? Let me come back to you whether it is included in this thing, because as far as I know, or what we have been teaching, it's part of the different modules. Like if you'll take up Facebook advertising and marketing, that would be covered. How we create different, client accounts. How do you manage the campaigns? That is going to be managed that way. Right. So next week's module is going to be Pinterest and the different strategies. This is the next week's module. So Pinterest marketing, SMM tools, and creating a successful digital marketing strategy. Right? This is your next week's class. We'll be taking you through Hotsuite, Buffer, SweetDeck, and Sprout Social. So what I mentioned today, I'll be taking them in detail in the next class. So that will give you all a good overall experience on how to work on this. Right? Okay, guys, I would request Thank you so much everyone for the class. Very, very participative and very interesting class we had today. Lots of demos, lots of interaction and activities. So I would want everyone to please fill up the feedback form first. Secondly, please submit your tasks. Yeah, and wish you all a very great weekend. All the moms, please go enjoy, have a ball of a time for Mother's Day, and also everyone. We all have moms there. Please take your moms out and have a good. I think lunch ka time to nikal gaya. We are still in the lunch time. Please take them out for a surprise dinner with a nice gift, right? And brilliant stuff. So again, I'm not branding my I'm brand here, but just for sake, you guys can look at the value packs we have created this time for from Fab India. So we have created some nice value packs. I have bought it for my mom as well as my my mother-in-law. I have bought a nice value packs of different kinds of fragrance soaps as well as tea, which is your organic tea. So if you guys want to pick up, you can go and pick up and have a shop at the Fab India stores, right? So definitely good one, and wish you guys a very very good Sunday, and let's see you on the next Sunday now. I hope everyone is done with their feedback. Thank you, Aditi. Thank you. Take care. Thank you, Paresh, Oreka, Shweta, Pratima, Sayed, everyone, Praveen.